2023, a season to remember. One word to describe it is probably special.
Sends it into touch. Taranaki, the champions of the 2023 Bunnings NPC.
Welcome to a day in the life of a Bunnings NPC player. We go behind the scenes with 8-year Yarrows Taranaki Bulls veteran Logan Crowley on the realities of being a semi-professional rugby player, what daily life looks like outside of the NPC season, and what the future holds for the coastal halfback.
So 6 in the morning, a bit fresher this morning, about 9 degrees, so just heading to the gym for a bit of a session and a stretch. Throughout my career, the whole mindset to not so much the training, rugby training, but the things that come with the aspects of being a semi-professional footballer. You know, you got to gym work, you got to be disciplined there. Leaving school, I didn't really step foot in the gym until university, and I was a small guy, I weighed about 70 kilos and couldn't lift bugger all, so I wasn't really much of a fan of the gym, but something my first trainer, Shadow, said I had to learn to love if I wanted to go to the next level. So here we are, 10, 11 years later. One thing that has changed over those gym windows is the amount of work you put into your rehab and prehab. Picked up a few injuries here and there over the last wee while, and a few tight hips and adductor tears and torn ligaments in the ankles. So you got to look after the body, because at the end of the day, that's your main tool when you're a professional sports person. So. Yes, driven, done and dusted for the morning. Did a bit of an all-round circuit really. Bit of Pilates stretching in there, bit of core, bit of light skills. Just heading home, have a graze, start the next part of the day. Being a semi-professional rugby player, it's quite challenging in ways. You're not sure of your next year ahead. Contracts, normally when you're on the fringe, you're fighting for a contract year in, year out. Whereas if you've got a fully professional career and the contract signed, you're locked in. So some people might just go through the motions, they're back again, but it's a lot of work to get and retain that position in your team. I know a lot of guys, probably a few of them a bit younger than me, are fighting for those contracts. There might be 10 club boys that secure those, and then there's another 10 that are right on the fringe that miss out. So it's a bit of a grind from that aspect, because they all put in a bloody lot of work. Professional rugby players, their day job, they train during the days. Semi-professional, you go to work during the days and you train at night or in the morning. So it just puts a bit of a strain, and if you're not quite getting picked each year and you're missing out when you're on the fringe, it can be a bit of a hurdle, or you might want to give up. So guys that stick at it and love it and enjoy it, it's easy for them. Other guys, you struggle a bit. But I'll give you an example, probably you won't mind me saying, but Jason Potros, he was 26 years old before he got his first crack with Taranaki Bulls. Before that, he was swinging a hammer, and 5 or 6 years, 7 years playing development rugby for Taranaki. So it doesn't all come at once, but he's now fully professional, playing over in the States, and then back here in the NPC season, so it's paid off. NPC rugby, being seasonal, it's part-time professional rugby player. The work side of things is an interesting one. Currently I'm doing a range of casual jobs, mainly working up at Francis Douglas as a groundsman, doing a bit of cattle yard work down at the sale yards, and also helping a few mates out on the building site where needed. Unfortunately, I was meant to be heading overseas this year, so I left that job coming to Christmas time, and a visa and a few issues there, here and there. Things didn't go to plan, so I'm still here. So I had to take any work I could get. So just lucky enough, Francis Douglas had a position going with their groundsman having a shoulder surgery. But prior to that, it's a bit tricky. Leaving university, I thought, sweet, I've got a contract. This is going to be me. Come back, did a bit of casual farm work over the summer, not knowing really what I was going to do. Then it hit me. I start getting more and more bills and not earning that much. So to find a job outside of the rugby was probably the trickiest thing. I went for numerous interviews at banks for grad programs, insurance companies for some ag insurance programs, but not too many were keen on me taking 3 or 4 months off of the year to play rugby. So I actually ended up starting off by building as a labourer for the first 4 months before the season. Then after that first season, again changed to another building site, building chicken sheds for the next 7 months in between seasons. And then after that went to a range of jobs, including anything from aluminium joinery to splitting firewood for the next season or two. So yeah, it was a bit challenging trying to develop your career outside of rugby as well as develop your rugby career at the same time. Grew up in Pongarau here, the farm just down the road actually by the lighthouse. So growing up had access to this beautiful course. Also had the ocean at your doorstep for a bit of surf casting and whatnot. I didn't get into surfing, but a lot of people out here did. Wasn't a very good swimmer, so yeah. But no, still love the golf and still love casting a line out. Yeah, pretty cool place, plenty to do. Yeah, so back in the primary school days, me and my brother, Scotty, Bodie, Geordie, Blakey, used to get dropped off here walk here after school actually. My granddad lives up on the hill there. Spend a couple of hours chipping and whatnot, practicing our swing. Being left-handed, it took a while to get used to, but nah. And obviously I don't play as much as Geordie and the likes of scratch golfers now. Bit long, bit heavy. Coastal rugby, special place in my heart. It's where I learnt to play the game. Way back in bare feet, morning grade, when I was 4 or 5. Dad used to coach the senior team, so I'd be morning grade rugby for our hoodoo and then go watch the seniors play in the afternoon, running around as a ball boy. So yeah, coming back to Coastal after leaving school was a non-negotiable. Asked a few questions to go to other clubs, but there's no chance of that. Pretty special group of players and management. It's an awesome club to be a part of socially. Being a rural club is quite a big area it covers. Mostly farmers and people from the rural industries. And it's an awesome place for them to come together once a week or a couple times a week if they're involved in teams and enjoy each other's company, have a beer and tell a yarn and hopefully watch some good code. A little bit now, 28, so Yeah, I'd like to think I've still got a few good years left in me, if the body holds up. So yeah, hopefully all going well, another couple seasons playing for the Bulls. Down the track, I'd like to get overseas as well and play a bit of rugby, use that as a bit of a tool to get to travel a bit. That was the plan this year, obviously. Didn't go that way. But yeah, rugby's, it's for me, it's always been about the enjoyment. And that's what, playing club rugby, you get to appreciate that a lot more. There's not too many external factors and pressures apart from your few loyal fans. You get to enjoy your teammates' company, and the social side of rugby is awesome. Get to meet a wide range of people, new experiences, new places. So in that regard, it's a great way to do that. Yeah, any advice I got for guys trying to play provincial rugby or that crack that next level while working is probably just you got to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, there's not much point doing it. So that's same as your job really. At the end of the day, you want to play rugby because you enjoy it, getting a little bit of money on the side as a bonus, and if you're lucky enough to get that fully professional, then great. But it comes back to you just got to stick at it. It won't happen all at once. For some guys it does. They come out of high school straight into a super academy or career pathway into the super rugby teams. But other guys, you just got to graft away. And being from one of the smaller provinces, it's probably a lot more noticeable here. Guys that make super rugby, eventually they actually have to do the groundwork, slugging away for the club teams for a while. I mean, Joshy Jacobs, when he was playing for England for 4 seasons, no one knew his name until last year, and now he's playing for the Chiefs, which is awesome. And that's what what Barnsley's all about. That do the hard yards, play for your province, develop yourself as a player and a person, and then the opportunities will come. So it won't all happen straight away, but if you enjoy it and you want to give it a crack, then yeah, just stick at it. So 2024 season ahead, it's pretty exciting. First time in a while we've had Taranaki as a region's had something to defend, so it's going to be a big year from the team and the boys, and they've already started working. From a club point of view, Coast's looking all right this year. It's been my 8th season playing for the Coast. Made 4 finals, haven't won one yet, so that's the goal. Got a good group of players out there, a few young boys coming through. It's got a lot of potential, so knock that championship off this year would be awesome. But yeah, can't really thank the fans enough though from a Bulls point of view for last season. The energy you guys brought to that, the last 4 or 5 weeks of our campaign was huge, and ultimately it probably got us over the line, even in that semi-final. Yeah, it was awesome, and it was an awesome way to repay the province for their support was with that win. So yeah, get on board again. We'll do it all again and make it a back-to-back season to remember.